Good morning, everybody. Ian Cordle here, the dentologist, and I have to say, the technician that I have with me today, Danny Espinal. I am super excited to interview this guy. I mean, he is just an absolute breath of fresh air. That's all I can really say about this guy. I think he's found the fountain of youth. I mean, personally, I don't know how this guy still looks like he's like 15 years old. And he's just a great guy. So I want to give some props. This show is brought to you by PDR Interviews, Facebook, and our sponsors, Mobile Tech Shade and Dentman Tools brings you this show here today, The Dentologist. So with that, I'm going to bring on Danny Espinal. So everybody, let's give a round of applause. He's going to be coming on here in 2, 1. Danny D, how you doing this morning, buddy?
Good morning from the East Coast.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's the weather like out there?
Right now it's probably 45 or something like that. I think it's gonna get like 50 something.
So it's nice and warm, huh?
Hey, it's better than 20 below.
That's very, very true, man. That's very true. So I was commenting here. I have a a little intro that I always like to do for my guests and stuff, and highlighted your beautiful family and your beautiful wife, and yourself. I had mentioned that I kind of feel like you found the fountain of youth, dude. How do you stay so dapper? How do you stay so young, bro?
I don't know, man. I don't know if it's genes or not, but ever since I was young, when I was like 13, I looked like I was 8 or something. I don't know. Maybe it's my grandmother's genes or something, but I do not stress. As I become older, I don't really stress of things much. I take it day by day. My pastor always
That's a great tip. That's a great tip, man.
Yeah, my pastor always told me, son, take life minute, second by second, minute by minute, hour by hour, and so on. Meaning don't get past what you can't control. Just live this moment, enjoy. This is what I tell my children and my wife.
That's real words, man. That's real.
You know what I'm
real
saying?
talk.
Because we can't control that. So
Yep.
the stress kills you, anxiety and all that, man. You're just putting more weight on yourself. And again,
Man,
I know we're gonna talk
I'll
into
tell
that.
you what, you definitely are following those, man, because I'll tell you, you look good. Everything
Thank you,
I
brother.
see about
too,
you
man.
online and everything else, man, your family, man, everybody's healthy. People are you're doing big things. I'm super proud of you, Danny. You've always been a stand-up guy, and that's why I wanted to interview you and bring you to the masses. I didn't want to keep it to myself. Okay. I'm done doing that. I got to bring you out to the masses, let everybody know. Vincent Rios knows you.
Yes,
And he's saying hi today. He's saying hi to everybody. Let's see what we got. Who else we got here? Who else we got here? We got a couple different people here that are giving you props, saying hello this morning.
Awesome. God bless everybody. How you guys doing?
All the people out there in the audience, all the people that are watching this show here today. I want some commentation. I want some people talking. I want some questions up on the screen for Danny. I definitely, you guys are involved too. In fact, we've got another special person that's in the audience. John Hiley is saying,
Hey.
what's up?
Johnny John, what's good, my buddy? That's my brother from another mother.
That's a lot of dudes, brother from another mother right there.
Him and Mike Toledo, man. These
That's
dudes,
right.
man. We go back from the
dudes for the
DoorDing
industry.
days. You was on DoorDing.com?
What's that?
Were you on DoorDing.com?
Right when it was starting to get phased out towards the latter part of it and everything, when everything else started blowing up, yes, I had gotten on there and I'll tell you, from where that was to where we are now, and the information that is available out there, other than just one forum like DoorDing.com. Goodness sakes, I'll tell you what, we have done like a hyper jump. And a lot of it has to do with guys like John Hiley, Mike Toledo, Gene Fetty. I can go on and on and on. Dave Streen, Sal Contreras. All these dudes that are constantly pumping information out there to the to the internet, just letting people know what we're about. We're not we're not anything less than, and I'm proud to say this. It's not conceited or anything. I'm proud to say that we're artists, man. That's what we do. That's what we do. We got Dent Mafia in the house.
Hey,
What's happening there, buddy?
what's good, man?
Here's Justin Chamberlain saying hi.
Justin, what's up?
What's up, people? So I wanted to start the show out, with just kind of figuring out a little bit more about Danny, because there are some people, not many, but there are some people that don't know you like I do, and even myself, I want to get to know you some more. But Danny, are you? I know that we've talked and we kind of show the same views on some things, and that is, your beliefs as far as with stuff going on in the world and with everyday life and stuff. You definitely have a Christian background and believe in Jesus.
Amen, man.
Awesome, man.
I'm not a perfect gentleman. I don't like to judge no one. The Bible told me to, love God over everything and then love your neighbor like
That's right.
you love yourself. So that's how my mentality is to everybody. That's why I can go up to talk to anybody. And I think if the world and we all will be like that, man, we'll be in a different level in this world,
Dude,
and,
so true.
so much hate, so much just craziness out there.
Yes, there
Instead, if
is.
we all come together, man, it just another thing. So,
That's the
but
truth,
that's
dude. That is it. That's true talk right there, man. And
yeah.
I'll tell you, a lot of that is contributed to the beautiful family that you have. I was talking about
Thank
your
you.
wife, and I met her, a bunch of times at the different stuff that we've gone to, MTE, and were you at the Mega Media? Were you there too?
No, I haven't done the Mega Media.
Okay, but I'm probably going to do the next one too, man. Those guys put on a great show, and it's just packed
I'm
full of
definitely gonna
stuff.
make one. Definitely, I'm gonna make one,
You got to
maybe
make
more. I
one.
don't know. It's just that I have to have everything lined up here. But yeah,
I
definitely,
know,
man.
dude. I know.
Definitely.
Hey, I got another comment from somebody here.
What was that?
Hey, all good and fun. We'll take it. We'll take it.
I take it. No, it's all good. Listen, yeah, there's people that look. I hold my own, so yes, I like Blue Moon, but
Yes.
you don't see me getting drunk and all that. I'm not
No.
the type. I'm like, think if you have a beer, a social drink, it's all good.
Of
As long
course.
as you're not there being all crazy, you're
I totally agree with you, and that's why I'm not going to drink for the show. I'm not going to do it. But hey,
exactly.
getting on with the next question here. And I had put something up here that you've been married for 24 years. We got Bruce Halverson commenting here. Bruce, I always got to show this guy. What a great dude.
Oh,
But hey,
Bruce,
dude, I found out his trick.
no way.
Dude. You want to know what it is?
Well,
And a lot of people don't know this. He plays on people's heartstrings, is what he does. He goes out. He has two little doggies that everybody wants to know and they want to pet.
He
And he
did tell
drives
me that.
around with him in his truck or his van, okay, which is smart. And
Yeah.
dude, I mean, even if he bids him too high, if whatever the situation may be, he gets the job and just slam dunks everything because of his dog. It's not because of his work. It's not because he's an incredible technician or that he's been trained in just about everything twice. It's because of his dogs. So I just want everybody to know that, Bruce. It's all good and fun.
Yeah. No, he did. I went up to Seattle about a week and a half ago, but anyways, yeah, he had told me that. I'm like, man, that's great.
Dude.
That'll work. If that works, use it to your ability, So.
Oh man, dude, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna start taking my doggy more with me because I remember the couple times I have taken my don't judge, my standard poodle Leo, which is my buddy. That's my buddy, and he man, I'll tell you what, everybody just melts, man, when they see him and they want him out of the vehicle and they want to bring him inside and give him food and treats. And, it definitely is a conversation starter. But man,
Definitely.
you know what? I wanted to highlight your family. I wanted to show everybody, your legacy, man. And we've got Frades, which is your wife.
Yep.
Your son, Dylan, your daughter, Bianca, daughter, Diani. Is that say it right? Your son Delvin and your son Demir.
Yep.
Okay, got it. Wow, what a full house.
Thank you, man. Yeah, I'm blessed. I mean, I have a beautiful
If you
wife.
had enough of them, man, they just, after a period of time, they'll just
Yeah.
support you, bro, right? They got the check coming into you.
No, actually, that's good that you brought that up. You know, Delvin was my well, that was our last one. He's 12. He's gonna be 13. But my little one, my wife decided, honey, I think we should have another. I'm like, honey, you think so? Anyways, long story short,
Okay.
we decided to have one because all our kids were like what we call the perfect baby or scenario, and the baby, they'll cry. You give them, man, Demir is Mr. Speedy Gonzalez. He's like the
Right.
opposite, so he really put us in a straight line in a good way,
Right.
and he's turned out to be a super kid. We just mesmerized every day. It's like there's something new with this kid, and
That's
it's
awesome,
like,
man.
oh, the kid's
God
5 years old,
blesses.
but he's like 9. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, God blesses us, man. If you have more
thank
than one kid, God blesses us with that one unique one. My
yes,
dad
yeah,
used to always say, he used to go, with my first son, that was where he was still around to enjoy my son. He never got to experience my second son, but I'll tell you, with the first son, he'd be holding him, he'd be looking at me going, oh, this kid's way too good. You're gonna have one that's gonna put you through it like you did me and your mom, and boy, was he right. My second son Quentin has taught us a lot. Has
yeah,
taught us a lot.
yep,
Kevin
yep.
Bird
Oh
said
yeah.
hi. Ray Sapnew's in the audience. Man, we got a full house. We got Troy Collins in the house. How you
What's
doing,
up,
everybody?
fellas? Yo,
Good to
hope
see
everybody's
everybody
having a
here.
blessed day.
Yes, most definitely. So
Peace, peace.
we've established that Danny has found the fountain of youth. A lot of it has to do with the fact that he does not stress. Boy, what a great tip, especially in today's world with everything that's going on, to not stress. I need to take those values and really try to, use them on a daily thing. Because, man, I'm a stress case, dude. That's all I do is I have to catch myself sometimes, just go, man, it's just
Yeah.
not worth it. It's just not worth it because I hype up everybody, my wife, my kids, everybody's like, oh God, dad's on a mood right now, and I gotta be careful about that, man.
Yeah.
David White, we got Davey D.
Dave, that's my buddy from
That's
up
right,
north.
man. Hey,
Yes, sir.
I wanted to talk about this. Your business is in Connecticut, the beautiful area I've told of Connecticut.
Yep.
Now that's in Danbury, Connecticut.
Yep. We are about an hour away from New York City up north.
Got it.
So, yep. And
Okay,
Dave is
great.
he's from the Hartford area around there. Dave
Got it.
White. Yep.
Dave White is.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. And now
Yeah.
he still works in that area, correct?
Yes, he works here. I get
Okay.
along with my Dent guys, man. I try to network.
Yes, that's
You
awesome, man.
know.
Well, he's a great guy to network
Oh
with,
yeah.
man. And
Definitely.
he's connected.
Yeah.
Connected.
Yes, 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 yep.
Hey, your company name is Dent. Is there any particular reason why you named it that?
Well, I'm Danny, so I didn't want to really put Danny Dent, so I wanted to keep it like that, and then we dent the dents.
That's
So
right, baby.
I wanted to keep it kind of to like a conversation, so people ask me, what does D-dent stand for? So then I'm like, oh, well, that says it all, so
That's
it was
right.
kind of like one of those things, and
I
so
love it.
people call me, hey, yo, D. I'm D anyway, so
Danny
I'm
D.
Danny.
I call him D Dizzle for shizzle.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, man, I love this guy. Every time we go and we do meet up, every time we have the chance to do so, we're always running around when we go to some of these events like Mobile Tech Expo, as all the technicians out there know. It's just great to sit down with somebody, have some food, just talk with somebody that's on the on a real chill level, man. And if you guys are just tuning in, we've got Danny Espinal here, and I'll tell you, your shop, man. I did take some lessons from you. I saw some pictures that you had posted in there. I'm looking at the stuff that you got back there up on the wall. It is super clean, super crisp and fresh. I love it. I did get some tips from you on the flags that I have in my shop.
Looks good,
and
man.
What a great tip that was, because boy, it fills the walls, makes it look so professional. And I can't tell you how many times the customers will come in and they're like, whoa, you've got a Lamborghini. Have you worked on some of those? So it starts up a conversation and
Correct.
Makes you look good, man. Makes you look good. So
Yeah.
Danny, we're seeing all this stuff in the world, and I am going to address it here a little later in the show.
Yeah.
But how are you doing? Has business slowed down in the last week and a half?
Since last week, I think I had my last job Thursday.
Okay.
Uh, that I went through Thursday or Friday, and then yesterday was Monday, so it was rainy and icy, so I didn't have nothing booked. I had a guy booked for today, and today is very sunny and dry. But he has a special Porsche. He wants me to do some dents on his sunroof. It's that metal sunroof on the
Yep.
Porsche. So I'm gonna glue pull, but he's like, it has to be a dry day, and I don't
Right.
think tomorrow is gonna be dry. So he canceled. But then I got something tomorrow, Thursday, and possibly Friday. And obviously, as the news starts throwing at least something good news, maybe people
Right.
start coming. But
That's right. I know it. Hey, dude, I really do feel that, once that does happen, we get this, this flop happening, man. It's going to be hiatus. I already know because, man,
Yeah.
I have to admit, and so many of you guys out there, I've talked to so many people around the world, absolute gangbuster economy and kicking butt and taking names all the way up to about a week and a half ago. I mean, I have to admit, I had my personal best billing month the month before. I mean, ever in 30 years of doing paintless dent repair. Now, granted, I worked my butt off and pulled several late nights, but that's what you do, man. When you got families and you got things you got stuff you want to do, that's what you do, man. You make it happen.
Yeah.
What do we got here? We got Ray Sapnew with
Ray.
just hung up flags in my shop. That's right.
Yeah, Ray.
Danny, you're inspiring people, bro.
Well,
You're inspiring.
listen, my theme, I always try to tell people in a retail location, try to have a theme, like especially a car theme.
Right.
Because what do we work with? With cars,
That's
nice
right.
cars.
That's
So,
right.
and I've had customers come in and it's like, man, this shop is like spotless. And I'm like, I'm so
Exactly.
sorry, it's cluttered right now. You know what I mean? It's like I got tools over because I'm a hustler, man. I just gotta
That's
go to
right,
work.
dude.
And then no, it's like, Danny, this is beautiful. I wish I could have this. So my theme was to come in my shop and I'm like, okay, like women, they go to their salons,
Yep.
So I wanted like a car theme.
Right.
And I'm always picking things. So I attribute my success to my good buddy down in your area. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna kick my ass now. I'm so sorry.
Dan,
Yes.
Dan
So
Grom.
Danny Grom, thank you,
Danny
Dan.
Grom.
Daniel, I love you,
Right,
man. I'm
Daniel
sorry,
Grom.
I just went blank. But anyways, so
Okay.
and even Johnny's got some flags. So I'm like, okay, let me throw some flags out here.
Yeah.
But throwing the flags up, I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should put flags of cars that I've worked.
Yes.
And now, so I use that to my advantage. So people are like, wow, have you worked on all these? I say, yes. Besides this Bugatti, I got one Bugatti. And I'm like, I'm putting it there so that the Bugatti will come. And I'm like, yep, I finally worked on it. That's the only one I haven't worked on out of all the
Right.
flags. So I
Yeah,
use
the
that.
Bugattis, they're far and few between.
Yeah.
Actually, the Bugatti, I did not know this. I've worked on probably about 8 or 9 different Bugattis. But when you think of Bugatti, when anybody thinks of Bugatti, they go, the $2.5 million, one that everybody, blinging has one, these guys, these rappers and NBA stars and everything else have one. No, actually Bugatti was all the way back, dude, in the 1930s and 40s,
Yeah.
and they had race cars. Get this, they had race cars that had adjustable suspension tension on the steering wheel. And I mean, they were the full on open, fender or the closed fender, beautiful, big V12s or straight 6 supercharged rides with convertible tops that they were racing, at that time. And on another level. But you look at these cars and, the different, it's just literally like an artistic jewel, dude. You look at some of the stuff they have on it and the wheels,
Wow.
they had integrated metal with wood and all this other stuff, to soften and dampen them as they were racing. I mean, really cool stuff, dude, but I've gotten to work on some great cars. I'm so blessed, man. And we got a Facebook user out here. What was it? Looking at all the dealerships selling cars with these amazing rates. I'm about to be working on a lot of new, hey, you know what? I
God
gotta
bless you.
say, I agree. I never really thought about it like that, because boy, they have you heard about some of these deals that they're giving at for some of the manufacturers? 0% down, 84 months. 84 months. Let
Wow.
that sink in. That's like 9 years. Okay. So 84 months, and then you get 120 days of deferred payments. That's 3 months of not having to pay. So you literally walk in, you pick your ride, you drive out. It's either going to be that where we're going to be working on a lot of new cars, or it's going to be a lot of people with repos, man. It's going in and buying them and not being able to afford them. So there could go both ways.
Yeah.
I did want to bring up a question here. Danny, I only know you in the Dent community. I only know that you were or are a Dent person, a Dent technician, a Dent connoisseur. What did you do before I asked you yesterday and you told me that you were a water treatment operator? I bet a lot of people don't know that.
Yes, I don't think so. That was my bread and butter growing up. I worked for this
Really?
company.
When did you
Yeah,
start
man.
that?
What's that?
When did you start being a water treatment operator?
Probably right after, man. So I was like 20, 22 years old or so.
Okay.
And then I worked in that company till like 2001. So if everybody remembers the NAFTA treaty with Bill Clinton, all manufacturer was going to go overseas, blah, blah, blah. Well, we were the only textile manufacturer out of North Carolina, come up to Connecticut.
Oh, he's
Hey, phone's ringing.
yep.
Done like 15 years, and then they moved out. But yeah, I used to be the water treatment operator at the company. I remember taking the job. Um, and I was like, I don't know what the heck I'm getting into, but I'm gonna do it
Right.
because I had my son, so I had to make some money.
Yep.
And this thing, I must have had like 1,000 valves, and I'm like, look, I'm gonna learn this, and it took me like a month and a half to learn, but I
Right.
did it. And
Oh, heck
the
yeah, man.
engineer of the company was so happy with me, and they took care of me for many years. And then I had to, they came in one day and said, guys, after 15 years, look, we're closing shop. That's why businesses, in companies like that, you just go with the flow because you just never know what can happen tomorrow. So then at that time, my brother was kind of semi-retired, and he told me, dude, I'll show you the paintless dent removal. I'm like, oh man, I don't really want to work on people's cars. I'm very picky on my cars. So one thing led to another. And by the grace of God, here I am, and I
That's
really
awesome, dude.
attribute my success to my brother. I love him so much. You know,
That's great, man.
here I
That's
am,
great.
dude.
Having said that, man, coming into this trade, that's man, I can't emphasize how blessed I am. Good times, bad times. I've
Yeah,
always surrounded myself with several different genres of the automotive let's say reconditioning trade. Whether it was detailing is what I started in. That's what got me into PDR because I was at the right place, right time, and doing the right kind of work. And it's just sprung me into now at 30 years into it. I'll tell you, every day I wake up with a smile on my face, and I'm so grateful that I was put in this position, to be able to interview people like you and bring a ray of sunshine to so many people out there in the world.
hey man, I really appreciate it. I'm very humbled. Thank you. I'm here, and like you, man, and many other dent guys, especially the ones that go to the shows, man. We're all about you know helping out another person. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Uh, breaking down that old dogma or the old teaching of like, oh, who's this guy think he is or whatever,
Right.
And this is why I was contemplating on, these mega media events, PDR College. Come on, guys, you guys got to get on your stuff again, man.
Oh
I
yeah.
loved it all those times, man. So if you
Yep.
guys listen, keep do it. These we were just up in Boston. The Dent meetup's very important to me, at least.
Right.
Very important, man. We need
Yeah.
I don't, I know we can't all go to them. I wish I could just fly to everyone or whatever.
Right.
That would be beautiful to know everyone. But I
Right.
think that those little, and I call them like hubs in between
Yep.
a show, and I know a lot of the Dent guys have said that, but it does bring us more together. You know
It
what I'm
does.
saying?
Yes, it
And
does.
you know what I'm saying? We're just making our business better. I just think that's what we need, man, and we just keep doing it, and I think that's a blessing for all. We just got to get more together and just keep exposing
That's right.
the best of the PDR world, you know.
That's right.
So
Especially high quality, it just does nothing but build you up. The whole aspect of meeting with just tremendous individuals in your area and having one of those meetups. I know Daniel Grom was talking when we were at MTE. We were sitting down to have a burger and some fries, and I know we were talking about when he was going to put it on. He definitely has a beautiful shop, beautiful location, kind of right in the middle.
yeah,
Now that you're saying this, I would love to get this going. I know we were starting to really talk about it, but and then the situation with the economy and everything has just hit us. So kind of put a dampener on stuff. We will have it. We'll get
yeah,
together.
I'm
I'd
pretty
probably
sure.
do something between the two of our shops
Yeah,
because we are so close. Have the majority of it there. He's gonna have a car show, whatever, and if people want to come up to the Napa Valley and
yeah,
see what I got going on and everything and visit, we can do kind of a twofer, but that sounds great. Now that I've said it, I've let the
man.
kid out of the bag and I think we have to do it. Don't we?
Dude, I'm telling you, you're gonna see, and everybody that's been to one have come out with a smile or at least something that's going to better them,
Right.
that like, wow, this is needed, you know.
Yep.
And I remember we before doing this one up East Coast, we had one, Joey and Jesse from New York. They live in Texas. What's up, boys? But um th- they called just the local guys in New York, like New York
Right.
City, and me and some other guys, just to chat in a restaurant. We had a beer,
Yep.
burgers, and we were just chatting, just
Yep.
30 minutes. And I know
It's huge.
those guys
Yeah.
walked away with something positive. I mean, that they brought their business to the next level.
Yeah, we all
So
do. Yeah.
that's
Whenever we get together,
positive,
we do.
dude. You know how it is with
Yep.
talk, man.
Yep.
We talk about what's working in your area, what's working
Right.
in us, especially this too. This is awesome.
Oh yeah.
This is just another thing. These interviews that's happening. These are beautiful things in the PDR industry. I'm pretty sure, this is working for everybody. So,
Yeah.
especially looking this time, we'll talk
Right.
down, but
And
this is our
that's the
downtime.
thing is, I
You
do
know.
want, excuse me, I do want to address that. I told everybody I wasn't going to talk the whole show about it, and I hope that we have shed some light. I don't hope, I know that we've shed some light on a gloomy situation, but there's stuff that does need to be addressed, and there's a couple topics that I do want to bring up in regards to that. This COVID-19 is something unlike anything that I've ever seen in my career. It's also really concerning as to where we're at. One, where when we get back to work, the hail guys that are around the world, I'm hearing stories that the insurance adjusters are now doing everything at their homes through pictures and such. And man, I got a frog in my throat. I'm sorry. And they're also, I've even heard from an adjuster that, they're seeing that this works. They're seeing that they're able to work like this because people don't have a choice. It has to at this point. And they're like, you know what? These insurance companies are saying that probably going to try to keep it this way, even after it gets better and things turn around, which means that now we have to adjust our game plan for what's going on. And I really feel strongly about this, that people need to be proactive. It's not just me that's hearing this. It's other guys from around the world, other techs and stuff like that, whether you're in hail, your retail, your wholesale, your route, whatever, that things are going to change. It doesn't mean that they're not going to get really good. It just means that the operations of things are going to change, and the ones that aren't up on stuff or don't really try to make sure that they're on their game and tight on their game, I don't want them to get left behind. So how do you feel about everything that's going on in the world, and how have you adjusted yourself with your business? for the future, or what do you have plans? What do you have plans to do?
I mean, again, that's great points. That you hit a lot of good points there. We had to be proactive, so we go with the flow. I always believe when there's it's like the yin yang, or there's something bad, there's something good, there's something good, there's something bad. Just go with the flow. Obviously, we had to adjust. We keep professional and keep just adjust. Dealers down here are closed because that's in our state they closed it. So obviously we know that
Same here. Yeah.
that's going to go down, and plus people are home. So
Right.
I had to adjust into that. Now we are Americans. I believe in that nothing is going to stop us. We got to get out. You can contain us.
Right.
That's my belief as an
Yep.
American. Um, Eventually, we're just going to go out for a walk. You know what I mean? Or we got our toys. We want something done,
Right.
and this is the time. Now, I was listening to Trump the other day, but anyways, I was listening because it turned out to be kind of positive. It's like I think this week or early next week they're going to talk where they're going to open up the states
Right.
or whatever. So that's a good sign.
Yes, it
Now
is.
people have money. It's there. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Not that everybody's broke. They're holding back right now. When everything gets good, then we're gonna
Yep.
go back. I think we're gonna come back stronger.
Yes, we
So
are.
be prepared. You know what this reminds me of? Um, this reminds me of like a bad winter up in the Northeast. I remember, and I keep going back to that, but I remember there was snow on the ground, and it's very rare, in that occasion. From November all the way to the second week of April. I mean, that was
Wow.
a brutal winter. That was
Wow.
nuts. I was like, what the freak, and
Yeah.
cold all the
Yeah.
way. I was like, and then I'm
People want to
like,
stay inside. They don't want to spend
yeah,
money. They just want to,
yep,
they want to keep warm. They're like, man, when it passes, well, in the
exactly.
meantime, all us guys, we're like, dude, the
Yep,
phones aren't ringing. There's people aren't selling cars to the dealerships.
yep,
It's like every aspect that you try to find that money. It's like, man, it's,
yeah,
everybody's feeling it. And that's kind of where we're at right now, is everybody's feeling it right now.
feeling
But
it.
I'll tell you what, take this time. And I know a lot of people have said this. Take this time, everyone, to better yourself, better
Yes,
your life at home, better your life in business, better your life spiritually. I've seen, Randy has actually started on Sundays, a sermon on Sundays through PDR interviews, and even to catch just a little bit of it. That's all that
yeah,
you need to do, because I guarantee you the guy Skip that he has on there is a great guy. His word is awesome. And it gives us hope. It gives us hope
yes,
during times like this, because I've been in recessions. And hey, I don't know if you guys know, Napa Valley in the last 8 years, only because of the floods that were, floods, literally the whole city was flooded. So that's every dealership, every automotive shop, everything. So you got floods, you got 2 fires back to back, you
yep,
got an
yep.
earthquake, so I've been through it. I've seen, and it's like back to back. It's like, man, what more? But you know what? I've come out shining even better every single year, year after year. And I can attest to that for, just working hard and
That's it.
knowing that it's going to get better.
Correct, man. We just got to adjust, just
Right.
adjust.
That's right.
Spring is always, that's why I like the 4 seasons. People like the heat and all. I'm just like that, just,
I love it,
spring's
man.
around the corner. People want to feel better. Heat is here, and then I don't know how it is in other parts of the country, but maybe the sun brings out happiness in people. I don't know. It
That's
just,
right. Hey, you know what? And Kevin Bird even made the comment. He goes, Danny is is the nicest, most positive guys in the industry. Great interview. Dude, you take Kevin Bird,
Kevin,
and
Kevin
Danny
puts a smile on
Espinal,
people's
and you put
faces
those
too, man.
together, and dude, you have got a hot fudge sundae, boy. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, these guys are always smiling, always positive. Definitely
Yeah,
take a lesson from both of these guys. It's like you just want to walk up, touch both of them, put a little bit on you, man, so you're good for the rest of the day. That's the kind of guys these guys are. So, hey, I'll tell you what, we've gone a little bit over, but I don't mind, because as you were saying, like myself, we both, things are a little slower, but is there any topics, man, in regards to what's going on, maybe some words of advice? I mean, you said so much positive stuff, which is great, and exactly what I wanted to kind of express to the PDR world.
yeah.
Ryan Shutt is in the house. We got Ryan up
Ryan, what's
there.
up, my dude?
I know he was at the he was at the meetup, right?
No, I don't. No, I don't think he made it. We were
Oh,
missing him, so he knows he was missed.
oh
But
man,
I
I
don't know
bet.
what happened. That's between him.
Oh, we
But
got
it's okay.
Dan out here too, man.
Who?
Here's Dan
Oh,
Vidic out
Zan,
here.
that's
He's
my
saying hi,
boy. What's up, son?
dude. The Hammer legend,
John.
the legend,
Oh,
right there.
John. What another beautiful soul right there, man.
Great dude, man.
Good person. So
Yes,
my
sir.
hats out to you. Stay safe over there. So
Yes,
I know
yes.
he's doing good.
Was it? And who was it? Somebody had posted about Croatia. He lives in Croatia. About how they just had an earthquake too, right?
I think, yeah, my wife had told me that. So
Gosh, who is it?
yeah,
It's I know, and oh man, forgive me. I know your name. I know you. You're oh man.
it's
He came out with the soft tips. He came out with the soft tips from Japan. He's always in Japan doing hail. Come on, guys,
oh
help
my
me out
gosh.
there in the audience. What's his name? He
I
was
went
out
blank
there.
myself.
Anyways, so
But
nobody's answering. But
yeah,
who
but
is
you
it?
know what? I mean, another thing, Ian, is in these times, and I try to stay as fit as I can. So obviously we're not we can't go and do exercise at the gyms. Everything is closed. So
Mhm.
like my son does jujitsu, so we have what they're calling a virtual class. So there's two guys at the gym, and we're doing like these podcasts, and we're doing it at home.
Yeah,
So just doing that, and just staying home and being with the kids. And yesterday I was doing it, and my sons, we were having fun. It's
that's
like
great, man.
we're becoming more stronger, even through this bad times.
Right.
Always look at the good, man. Don't look
That's
at the
right.
bad.
That's right. And it's
Do
Igor.
something. Go for a walk.
It's Igor, bro. That's who I was thinking about. It's
Oh,
Igor over
Igor.
there.
Oh,
So
yes,
my prayers go out to him and his family. They just
yes,
experienced
yes.
almost a 6.0, like 5.9 or
Wow,
5.8 earthquake out there.
man.
And boy, and they're on lockdown too. So they're all in their
Really,
houses with these houses, falling down and everything doing that. So we're gonna, we'll have to say a prayer. But thank you,
amen.
audience out there for that.
Yeah,
I should know that. Ian Iger, come on.
yeah.
Igor, it's like, come on, people. Oh, man.
I'm bad with names unless I know you for a little while. But it's
That's
just
right.
I know your
Hey,
face more than anything.
hey, you
So
were talking about, doing the jiu-jitsu at home and how it's bringing you and your family closer together. Man, I'll tell you, my boys, my youngest, especially 18, he's 18. Do I really need to say more? And, he's got an agenda, and it's so hard for so people or young people of that age to really buckle down and be at the house and not hang out every night and everything else. So but I've noticed that it's definitely bringing me and him a little closer together, which is all I can ask for, man.
yeah,
To have your kids and your family close and constantly remind them that you love them. And hey, I want to just throw a shout out. I love my wife Amy. I love my sons. I love
amen.
this audience, man. I love this whole group of people, and I really appreciate, Danny, you coming on my show here today, the dentologist, and
Great
shedding
show, by the
light on
way.
everyone, man. Boy, what a great person. What a great interview.
Thank you, man. Humble to be here, man. Again, I'm always about love and bringing positive to people. It's even for the negative people. That's why I don't like to. I don't. There's something biblical too. I mean, it's just, to me, being negative is like a virus, man. If I'm negative to you, I'm going to infect you, and then you're going to infect everybody else. We
That's
have to
right.
be positive. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So that all that, we want to. Oh my gosh, I went blank a second.
It's all good.
I want to kind of infect you with positivity so
Yes.
that you can be positive. Is what I'm
That's
trying to
right.
get to.
Well, you know
Um,
what, man? I am happy the fact that, I brought you on. This is going to rejuvenate people's weeks no matter what
I hope
happens.
so, man.
If you
Yeah.
run out of toilet paper, people, remember, just stay chill,
Take a
love
shower.
yourself, love your people around you.
Go to the. If you run out of paper, then we all have these.
Hey, dude, we got socks. I mean, come
We
on,
got.
people,
Come on, bro.
Uh,
Yeah. But I
I
think,
love
no. Listen, guys. I think honestly, America is gonna come back stronger, man.
it. Yep.
Honestly, that's what I think.
Mhm.
Again, you hit the nail on the head. You've been through recessions. You've been through those fires. I mean, California's been earthquake. You get everything over there.
Yeah.
And look, you
Humble,
guys are
you
living.
know?
God bless you. You know,
Well, thank you.
here in the Northeast, we get some. You know, well, sometimes yeah, we do get some tornado, windstorms. You know, hurricanes,
Right.
but nothing like you guys. So I give props to you guys for coming back. Again, 2008, I remember one time, shoot, that was a bad one, but I didn't have my shot, but I I made it. I was treading water, you know, I was like, you know, the deep pool, but
Yeah,
I went through it and paid my bills and everything. And then look, we came back.
that's right.
So I know we're going to be stronger.
Makes
We
you
just have to
stronger.
be,
It makes you
yeah,
stronger. Each one of these trials and tribulations that you go to, man, that you go through,
exactly,
it makes
man.
you
Exactly.
stronger, and you're a better person for it. And you know how to act. I think if I can give any kind of words of advice, moving forward is, or planning to move forward is, this time if it doesn't teach you to have a little nutshell set aside, have some money,
Yes.
don't be month to month, if you are month to month, put some things off, and categorize your
Manage.
money right, get your money right so that when stuff, or if things like this happen, which I please God, I don't want this to happen anymore, but
Yeah.
if things like this happen, you're prepared, and you have a couple months cushion. They say that 3 months of all your bills and expenses should be what you have minimum in the bank. And I need to
Yeah.
work on that because my bills are big and I got to work a lot to make sure that they're paid. So it's
Yep.
definitely something to live by. Danny, thank you
Correct.
so much for being on the show. Everyone, thank you for watching. When I let Danny go, I'll have a couple words for the audience. But man, thank you so much for being on, Danny. I really appreciate you being on my show.
It's a pleasure, man. God bless everybody. Thank you again. And again, we'll see each other online, man. Keep making these interviews, even in these times. You know, let's stay positive,
That's right.
and we're gonna be victorious, man.
Oh, yeah.
You'll see, and we're just gonna be like, oh, we made it through this. So
Without a
love you
doubt.
all, man. God bless, and I'll see you guys out there, man. Thanks again,
All
man.
right, Danny. Have a good
All
day.
right. Yep. Bye bye.
What a great guy. What a great interview. I'm blessed the fact that when I call up these guys and I ask them if they want to be interviewed, they're more than happy to do it, which lets me know that I'm doing my job at this spot, my show, interviewing guys. So if you have some questions, if you have something that you would like addressed on one of my shows, I'll tell you, I'd be more than happy to bring up the subject. I'd be more than happy to give my insight on how I feel about it, or certain subjects, from tools to how you run a PDR business, whether it be mobile, retail, route work, or what have you. I'm here to help, especially moving forward. I've got some time now to do that. So I'll tell you what, everybody, with everything that's going on in the world right now, hold your loved ones close, and try to be as kind to yourself as possible. Cut the fluff, I call it, and try to plan for a positive, very positive future, because that's exactly what it's going to be from this point forward. Thank you, everyone, for watching my show, The Dentologist. I will see you next week, same time, same place. Have a wonderful day. See you then.